Beloved Saints, today's 5-minute message of redemptive history is about Obed from the third book of Redemptive History series, The Unquenchable Lamp of the Covenant. When we look in the genealogy of Jesus in Matthew chapter 1, the 12th figure to appear in this genealogy is Obed, after Boaz. Matthew 1:5 says, Boaz the father of Obed, whose mother was Ruth. Obed the father of Jesse. First, Obed was named because he was known to be a son born to Naomi. When we look in Ruth chapter 4 verse 13 and verse 17, it definitely says that Obed was the son of Boaz and Ruth. These verses say, So Boaz took Ruth and she became his wife. When he made love to her, the Lord enabled her to conceive, and she gave birth to a son. The woman living there said, Naomi has a son, and they named him Obed. He was the father of Jesse, the father of David. When we look in the latter part of Ruth chapter 4 verse 17, it says that Obed has been born to Naomi, the mother-in-law of Ruth. Why does it say this? Although Obed was Ruth's son, the statement, a son has been born to Naomi, implies that Naomi was the cause of Obed's birth. Everyone, Ruth, who bore Obed, was a Moabite. When we look in Deuteronomy 23 verse 3, it says that Moabites shall never enter the assembly of the Lord. So Ruth belonged to this tribe of people who have been cursed. She was not allowed to enter the land of Israel. However, Ruth chapter 1 verse 14 says that she clung to Naomi, her mother-in-law. She followed Naomi to the land of Israel, and in Israel she married Boaz and had Obed. If there was no Naomi, Ruth would not have been able to come to the land of Israel, and she would not be able to marry Boaz or have a son named Obed. So, Naomi was the cause of Obed's birth, and Obed was considered to be like a son of Naomi. Everyone, in the present time, we exist, and that is not by our own strength that we exist. We must not forget people like Naomi who laid the foundations of our faith and life. These people are our parents who pray for us at dawn. These people are also our brothers and sisters in faith who watch over our well-being of our spirit and soul. Had it not been for the labor and dedication of people of faith like Naomi, we would not have had the blessings and delight that we enjoy today. Second, Obed supported Naomi. Ruth chapter 4 verse 16 states, Then Naomi took the child and laid him in her lap and became his nurse. Here this verse illustrates how Naomi devotedly brought up Obed as if he were her own son. Obed was brought up with Naomi's love, and it is likely that he later honored and supported Naomi with great devotion. That is why the neighbor women spoke to Naomi regarding Obed in Ruth chapter 4 verse 15. It says, May he also be to you a restorer of life and a sustainer of your old age. According to the New Living Translation, this same verse is translated as, May he restore your youth and care for you in your old age. Because Naomi brought up her grandson Obed with great devotion, in her later years, she received great support from Obed. Beloved saints, today we must revere and serve God in thankfulness for His amazing grace that has nourished us. Moreover, we must also honor our parents and love and cherish our neighbors as ourselves. Especially, the Bible places special emphasis on serving and looking after the poor and the sick, with the promise that God will repay us for such good deeds, since it is as if we are lending to the Lord. Proverbs 19:17 says, "He who is gracious to a poor man lends to the Lord, and he will repay him for his good deed." So today, let us fear God like Obed. Let us cherish our neighbors as ourselves and receive God's amazing blessings. I bless in the name of the Lord.